Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of really interesting bodybuilding updates. Before we start with the updates, I want to give a shout out to Jay Webby from Australia, the professional eater. You guys complained a lot how I'm wearing too tight t-shirts, and I complained how nobody is sending me any clothes. I don't have a clothing sponsor, so these guys sent me a bunch of freaking t-shirts, and they're all oversized, and I love them. They're really great. Let me try one so I can show you what they actually look like. I love them, guys. They're really great. They fit me really well. They have a long enough sleeve so they cover my whole upper arm, which is rare and a great thing for me, I guess. They also fit well around my waist. The material is so nice, so soft. I love them. I love them. You can find this guy on IG again, J Webby Can Eat. Thank you, man. Now, the first thing for today, guys, it's gonna be an update from Ramon Dino. So I already kind of complained about Ramon Dino not showing us his physique very often, especially considering that he is our current reigning classic Mr. Olympia. But recently, he's been more active. I'm assuming it's because he's starting to get in a better shape, a little by little. So here you can see him hitting his favorite classic pose. And in this one, he actually starts to look pretty good. Right? Like the hardness is starting to pop up. He's getting more conditioned and also pretty damn big, because here you can see him next to freaking Blessing of Audible, right? Blessing is one of the freakiest guys of the day. He's a huge guy. He's actually enormous. He's really big. And here in this photo, I mean, it's just a photo, I know, but still in this photo, Ramon is actually, matching him almost with the muscularity. And this is the most muscular pose, guys. Not a lot of classic guys can actually look this big, this muscular, in the most muscular, especially the crab pose. You gotta have massive shoulders, massive arms, and the massive chest to be able to pull this pose off properly and not look tiny while doing it. So Ramon has some serious size on. Some people are saying that he could successfully switch to the open and be very successful over there. I kind of wasn't sure about that, and I'm still not sure, but looking at this photo right here, it does look pretty reasonable. If he's this big next to Blessing in pretty much similar condition, and Blessing is competing now, so he's in contest shape, and Ramon, he has a little longer until he competes. He's in crazy condition, but he doesn't have to add any muscle. He can't add any muscle, really. He hit the weight cap a couple of years ago, so best case scenario, we'll see him the same. Maybe he can get a little bit more, I don't know, conditioned or detailed, but I don't know if he can actually change his physique much. What we saw last year in Mr. Olympia is kind of 100% of Ramon Dino. So I don't think we're going to see him improved. The best thing he can hope for is to just maintain that physique, and that nobody else better than him shows up. Is that going to be the case? Well, this year maybe. The only guy that is probably going to challenge Ramon is Mike Sommerfeld. But in a couple of years, guys, 2, maybe 3 years, there is a couple of newcomers who are going to challenge Ramon Dino. Among them, we got, of course, Niall Darwin and Tomislav Stremecki. I think those two guys are going to be challenging and beating Ramon Dino soon. But as of right now, he is the most dominant classic bodybuilder, and he looks huge right now in the offseason and shredded at the same time. Now, the next update we got is from Keone Pearson, deep into his off-season. Now, do I see any improvements in his physique updates? I don't know, guys. I don't know if I do. I mean, does he look huge? Absolutely. He does. He looks massive. He looks huge here. He's got crazy big arms, big lats, big chest. Everything is big, and he's staying in pretty good shape. Now, what is the issue with Keone currently? It's that he fired his coach, or actually his coach fired him. Why did they part ways? I know a lot of details about this, but I can't really speak about it publicly. Maybe someday if Keone decides to open up or Patrick, but as of right now, it's not really clear. But what is clear is that Patrick is the one who fired Keone Pearson, and Keone is now basically on his own. He's coached by his girlfriend, which you guys know how it ends usually. I mean, they might have one good peak, and as far as like being consistent and making a lot of progress in the off season, I don't see that really being the case. I think every bodybuilder is always much better off, having a professional coach guiding them, expecting excellence from them, keeping them accountable. And when your girlfriend is quote unquote coaching you, you probably won't get that. It's not going to be the same. So I don't know how much progress will Keone actually be able to make this off season. But in these physique updates, he does look big. He does look good. You can see him right here with Milos Shachev, and if Milos is going to be his new coach, I don't think that's a word on the street. I don't think anybody's mentioning that. He just took a photo with Keone because he was impressed with what he saw, I'm assuming. And yeah, here, Keone's back looks huge, but the overall size of Keone, it's not that great. As you can see, Milos is bigger than Keone, basically, structure-wise. And Milos is what, 62 right now? So, Keone, even though he's a great 212 competitor and he'll probably reign as a 212 bodybuilder for a long time, I personally don't see him having a lot of potential in the open because we already saw him next to Martin, next to Samson, next to Krijo, and even Krijo managed to beat Keone, and Krijo is like a top 10 bodybuilder, and that was Keone, who was huge, massive, without a weight cap. So, I don't think Keone has a structure for the open. I think he should probably stay within the 212 limits and dominate over there for as long as his career lasts, because I don't see him losing to anybody. I mean, the only guy that is kind of challenging Keone would be Sean Clarida, but today, with the judging the way it is today, I don't see them picking Clarida over Keone. Even if Clarida is maybe a little bit harder or bigger or for his frame, or I don't know, fuller, it doesn't really matter. I don't think it's going to be about the conditioning or the hardness, stuff like that. It's going to be about the overall size, and Keone has got a bunch of size for this division compared to Sean Clarida. His structure is actually perfect for the 212. Next to the open guys, he looks small, but in the 212, he's huge compared to the other 212 guys with his structure. For his frame, he looks like an open bodybuilder, only smaller. He doesn't look weird when he makes the 212 weight. He looks like he's already fully developed. You only see how big he is when he stands next to the top guys, the open guys. But for the 212, he's good, and I think he's going to reign for quite a while. Is he making progress now in the off-season? I don't know. I don't know how much more progress can he actually make, but yeah, I think he's going to be probably slightly bigger, and we'll see what kind of conditioning and peak will he be able to bring without Patrick Tour, but I don't know. Let's wait and see. It's going to be very interesting to see what he can do alone or with his girlfriend, his corner. Oh, and we also got some posing with Larry Wheels and Samson Dauda. So what Larry Wheels is doing, he's traveling around the world, meeting all these influencers, bodybuilders, other athletes, and interesting personalities, and he collabs with them. And now he's at what's the name of Samson's gym? Was it Lions Den? Something like that, I think. Maybe something else. Maybe he changed. I'm not sure. It's the Cave, right? It was supposed to be Lions Den, but then he named it the Cave. I think the first name was much better, but okay. Anyways, here we can see what Larry Wheels looks like next to Samson Dauda. And, it's all about the angles, guys. When Larry is standing next to the camera, close to the camera, he almost looks as big as Samson. but you can actually see that Samson is much bigger because of the shape of the muscle, but you can't see it here because of the proportions and who is close to the camera. But when they switch sides, you can see a big difference. You can see just how huge Samson Dauda is right now, only 3 weeks out of his guest posing at Pittsburgh Pro. He is absolutely dwarfing Larry Wheels. And Larry Wheels is basically a 300-pounder. Yeah, he's a classic pro, but I don't even know how he makes the weight for classic. He's walking around usually at like 300 pounds. He's a huge guy, really huge. And the thing is, until they take the shorts off, you won't know how big Samson actually is compared to Larry, because Larry has really small legs and Samson has enormous legs, but just the upper body, the difference is huge. Samson looks insane right now. I mean, Samson is at his biggest, guys. 350 in the off-season. That's insane. With this condition as well. I mean, I don't know what his weight is currently. He got up to 350. I think he tightened things up a little bit, so I think he's probably lower than that, but still, he's holding a lot of size. He's looking bigger than ever, and whoever stood next to him right now at this point of Samson's year, deep into his off-season, with, being in solid shape for the off-season, not being super bloated or fat. At this point, nobody is going to look big next to Samson Dauda. Not even Andrew Jack, not even Nick Walker probably. And I don't know about Nick, but I don't think anybody can really do it. I think Samson is by far the biggest human being on the planet, maybe the biggest of all time. Him and Ronnie probably. So this is looking insane right here, guys. You tell me down below, what do you think about this? And if you enjoyed the video, guys, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you soon, guys. All the best, and bye-bye.